5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Third Medium Lower Mediumship Messages. Here you can enjoy healing for happiness with exceptional, interventional, and ethically spirit communications. Third Medium Lower Medium Channel Spirit Medium. She is a recent medium and speaks of the Spirit Medium Lower. Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Sorry I've been gone so long. It's been a couple of wild weeks, to put it mildly. But I survived. I survived everything. And that's kind of what we're going to be talking a little bit about tonight is synchronicity, being led, and the story behind that, and what you can get out of that, which is hope. Hope for your own life, hope that Spirit is with you constantly, and hope that, oops, a daisy, okay.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host PIN. When finished, press the pound key. To start your show now, press 1. To hear important... It appears that the host has already dialed into this show. Only one host is allowed per show. Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Bye.
I'm going to open up a line and see if people can hear me. Stasel, can you hear me? Stasel, can you hear me? Oh, wonderful. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, goodness gracious. And the chat is not working either. Okay. Oh, what I can do is call somebody on the phone. Call Fran. What I'm going to do. I don't have chat. I don't have anyone there. The show just suddenly ended. And I'm caught in a wonderful connection problem. Oh, well, that's not going to help because I don't have control of the switchboard. Fran, can you hear me?
But your voice isn't coming through.
I know, all of a sudden I got a message, network connection problem, and I don't know what to do to fix it, and I don't have Susie B to help me in the background anymore. So I just, I know you, so I thought I'd call you, but I don't know what to do. It won't let me call back into the show because it thinks there's a host still calling in, so I'm all screwed up. I'm all screwed up. I'm going to try to, do you have access to chat, the chat room?
With Facebook, you mean?
No, here on Blog Talk Radio. Nobody knows.
I don't know if I could do it or not. I don't know. I'll check on my computer. I get the emails, so I'll check with my computer and what I do, I click on chat room.
Never mind. It's too difficult, honey. I'm going to try a few things and hopefully I can get this working. Just hang out in the queue, love. Thanks.
Okay, hon. Synchronicity.
Thank you, love. come in on Skype. Oh, no. Oh, is it invite? Don't you love this? That's not working. Nothing's working. I can't get chat to work. That doesn't work. Oh, here I am. Okay. Can you hear me, Stasel? Can you hear me, honey? Stasel? Let me come down to Keisha. Hello, can you hear me? Nobody can hear me. Just like me. Hello, can anybody hear me? Keisha, can you hear me? Keisha, can you hear me? Nope, nobody can hear me. And nobody can see me. Okay. There's no tech support. There's no way to get into the show. There's nothing. Oh, I was supposed to.
And when finished, press the pound key. To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2. To speak to customer service, press 3. It appears that the host has already dialed into the show. Only one host is allowed. Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please hold and you will be able to listen to the show. Unmuted.
Can people hear me now? I can't even tell if you can hear me or not. Let's go to Stasel. Stasel, can you hear me? Stacy?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, you wouldn't believe what I'm doing to talk to you. I actually called in on a guest number, but I have control of the switchboard. Can you imagine how weird is that? That is weird. Okay, so just stay there, everybody. I'm going to be doing the show now. Stacy, you can just relax. I'm putting you back in the queue, and I'm going back to what I was doing before, everybody. Wait, I'm going to be talking for a moment. I'm going to come back to Stacy, see if she heard me. Stacy, could you hear me when I had you on hold?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, then we're going to continue with the show. I'm putting you back in the queue, love. Okay, so sorry, everybody, that this has been so confusing. I think I'm the most sorry. But anyway, I'm going to jump to the chase so we can get to the phone lines. Since this show is sort of a throwaway show now. But I have a lot of technical difficulties with Blog Talk Radio, so much so that I bought a new computer thinking that it was my computer and my internet connection that was slow. But I still have the same problems. So I apologize. What this is doing is making me reevaluate the show. And I have been considering doing Facebook Live instead. So stay tuned for that. If you're not on my email list, you probably should join it so that you can be kept informed of where these shows go. And that would be done by going to the website for this radio show, which is spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. And there you will be able to join the mailing list. On the left side of that page is a sidebar, and you'll see join mailing list here. And then you'll be kept informed because it is something I'm seriously considering doing. And I think this tonight, what happened is an added impetus to do that. Okay, so I was going to be talking a little bit about synchronicity and what happened over the last couple of weeks and where I've been and what I've been doing and blah, 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 blah. But I was going through a time in my life where there was a lot of loss, okay? I lost my cat, one of my cats. I had two, but I have one now, in early August, and that was, it was traumatic, probably for her and me, but she had a cardio incident. She had a, what was that called? Something that happened to her heart, like a blood clot went into her heart, and they couldn't save her, so she was put to sleep. She was an older cat, so I guess it's to be expected, but I wasn't expecting it. I'm going to go a little fast because, as I mentioned, we're trying to get to the readings. So I lost the cat. Then the other cat that was remaining started to get really, really, she seemed to be sick, very, very ill. Maybe she was in part mourning the loss of the other cat, but I think she probably has a thyroid condition, as a vet had told me. So I was dealing with that, and she was screaming and screaming and screaming, and it was not very pleasant to be around her. Then all of a sudden my business stopped. Usually it would get a little quiet around a holiday or something like that, but it stopped like the third week of August. Then the fourth week, the last week of August, then the last week of August came, and then it was Labor Day weekend. There was no business. And I was like thinking to myself, what the heck? What's going on here? And then the hurricane started to show its little ugly head on the horizon. And I had already planned a trip, which was going to be, which happened the second to third week of September. But the hurricane came right before that. So I was really frightened. Now the hurricane's coming. My business stopped. I lost a cat. Another cat was getting sick. Oh, I also ended a go-nowhere love relationship. So I was like losing my mind at that time. And the news said that Hurricane Irma was on a collision course. I was in the bullseye of a Category 5 hurricane. And we just had Harvey up in Houston, right? So I was thinking, oh, that's nice. Now I'll lose my house, maybe my life, maybe my car, everything. And I'm supposed to go to Phoenix. Anyway, that was very stressful, but I survived, and not with much damage, so that was good. And I did get to go to Phoenix, and I was there for the Afterlife Research Education Symposium. And now why was I going there? And that's where the synchronicities come in. The reason I'm telling you this is because all of you in your own life can gain access and have better connection with the spirit world, with your own guides, with your own angels, if you want to call them, but your own information, your own guidance from spirit world. And I'll give you an example of mine, how specific it was. So the reason I was going to this symposium is because I had a friend that just moved there. 3 people I did business with in this business I'm in here were going to be at the symposium. It was an afterlife research symposium. And a friend of a friend was going to be there as well in that area, not at the symposium. So I figured, maybe Spirit's trying to get me to go to this thing. So the first event, the first breakout that I show up to there, very large auditorium, and Suzanne Wilson was a medium in the front of the room. And before that got started, I talked to a neighbor that I didn't know, and I was explaining to her, and she was explaining to me a little bit about each of our lives. And I said to her, I made a joke. I says, I've gone through some major losses lately. And I looked up at the ceiling, and I said at that moment, oh, thanks a lot. It's telling me I'm connected. You are not connected. Please call in. But I am connected. I figured it out. Anyway, I'm here, and we're continuing with the show. So I look up at the ceiling before the speaker gets up there, and I said rather jokingly, God, give me some advice. Give me some guidance. Because of all these losses, and you wanted me to come to this event, I know you did. So why am I here? Lo and behold, the speaker comes out. It's Suzanne Wilson. She's a well-known medium, I guess more in the Southwest, because I hadn't heard of her before then, but she is rather well-known. And she gives a speech about the other side and all this stuff. It's very, very, very interesting information. And then she starts a message section. And she says, I know there will only be 2 people in the audience that will respond to this name. But the name that I got as I was meditating before I came here is the name Dolly. So if anybody in the audience can take the name Dolly, living or on earth or in spirit world, please raise your hand. So one of the people she already knew would do that. It's one of her students. And she was looking around the room, and I raised my hand thinking, I said, this is wild. Because, I mean, there were like 1,000 people in there or 500 people in there. I'm not good at crowds. But a lot of people in there. Why would I be the only other one? Anyway, an aunt of mine's name is Dolly. She gets up and she gives some very, very specific messages, which were very, very good. And then she finally gets into the spirit world, and she says, oh, there's a whole bunch of souls out here saying thank you to you. And I knew what she meant. And so that message of thank you from the spirit world was as if Spirit was saying to me, you've done a lot of work in this area. We really, really appreciate it. Don't be discouraged. So that was my message. Don't be discouraged. You are appreciated. We're making a handshake to let you know that we hear you, we're helping you, and we're guiding you. So if any of you ever feel alone, know that Spirit is there with you. Spirit is working with you to help you, to heal you. And you might be wondering now, well, yeah, but how do I get that kind of information? How could the spirit world answer me so quickly? Well, the first thing you got to do is pay attention. If you start looking for signs, you start interpreting things, you'll get more signs. You know, if you're not listening, you won't get anything. But if you are listening, you will get a lot of information. So that's the first thing, and I want you to practice that. I'm just going to give you that one. Start looking for signs. Start paying attention to something you're praying for. Oh, I forgot, that's another thing, to pray. Pray, meditate. People who pray and people who meditate start to attune better with higher frequencies, and that's when the higher frequencies can reach you. So pray, meditate, ask, and pay attention to what is presented to you. Signs, symbols, and sometimes extremely literal messages will appear before you. Okay, so we're going to do a very brief meditation, prayer, energy connection, a group message, and then we will move to the phone lines. Again, I want to thank everybody for being so patient with me. It looks like all of the phone line names, almost everyone's names got cleaned out during that weird little thing that happened before. So I'm just going to be linear about this, everyone. Just first in, first out. Stacy is still there and Fran is still there. But other than that, nobody else's name is there. Your phone numbers are there. Oh, it says no callers also. I wonder what that means. Maybe there really aren't any callers. Let me just double check something. Hello, who am I talking to? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, your name? Your name?
My name is Tonette.
Okay, honey, thank you. I'm just trying to find out who is at the end of the line there. Thank you. I'm just double checking something. Back in the queue.
I called in the beginning, but I got cut off.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, we have a lot of people waiting, but you didn't get cut off on my end. Anyway, I'm going to put you back in the queue, honey. Thank you. All right, so let's do a prayer. Energy connection. So everybody listening, please sit back if you're participating today with the show. Cross your arms and legs and focus on your breathing from your abdominal area. If you're looking for an other side connection, please call in your loved ones now, breathing in deeply and exhaling deeply again from your abdominal region. If you're looking for a life question to be answered, please focus in on that and ask that your answer be given to you. While you do that, I will silently do the prayer. And on your next exhale of breath, if you would please release your energy to me, I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay, good. And now I'm going to do a brief channeling. Hold on, and that will be a group message. We are here. We are the ones. We are speaking to all of you in the community of thinking, in the community of thought, in the community of energy of mind. We are speaking to you from the other side, from the basic place of love and principles. Each of you has in your heart something that you desire from us, something that we can do for you to help you. We would like to give you the space right now to think about that which you most desire. For our intention and attention is going to be placed on you for the moment that you ask. And when you ask, we will be giving you extra help to achieve that which you desire in the world of form and matter. That is the world of yours. On the count of 3, please focus and ask for the thing that you want most. And we will be listening and amplifying your thought energy. 1, 2, 3. That is very good. We would like to invite you all on a daily basis to take the time to ask for that which you desire. Ask with the highest intention of it being fulfilled. Ask with the highest intention of focus and concentration. Ask from the heart. Ask from the mind. Ask from the intellect, but as well as the heart or the feeling nature, the soul. Always know that that for which you ask will be listened to, and we will be fulfilling your desires. Once you made the connection today through our amplification, we are now uniquely connected to each of you and all of the souls that work with us in fulfilling you and your own particular karma are hearing you better after this connection today. We thank you so much for allowing us to amplify and connect with you. Namaste. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to kind of do a first in, first out. I'm going to go to Stacy first. Hi, Stacy. Hi, sweetie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, honey. Sorry for all the confusion, all the mix-ups. Okay, sweetheart, you have a life question, right, love? Go ahead and ask your life question.
Yeah, I just I'm looking for a new, better job. You know, due to the job that I have right now, that's only doing like 6 to 12 hours a week. I can't really survive on that. So I've been, you know, looking, and you know, I just want to see, you know, what you're getting from that.
Okay. So Stasel is asking about a job, and you're in, I guess, Connecticut with 203. Is that correct, love?
Well, I used to. I'm living in Orlando right now.
Okay. All right. Hold on for a second. Stasel in Orlando. Well, there's a karmic thing. A couple of things came through. But one of them was extraneous, or I don't think it's important. Well, maybe I should say, is it raining right now in Orlando?
Is it raining outside?
Yeah, yeah. Is it raining?
No, not right now. It's pretty cloudy.
Oh, okay, because it just feels really wet there and really damp and moisturous and not really great for you, and your health and the climate is not great for you. I just want to say that as one thing. But there's kind of like there's something that you have in your head that you need to get out of your head, Spirit is saying, so that you can release the karma associated with work and working. It seems to be kind of like an identity issue about what you're supposed to be doing and who you really are. And this seems to be a karmic thing for you. You keep going through this over and over and over again. Like you don't know what you want, and you don't really have a true sense of identity, what you want, and also what kind of money you want to earn. I know that may sound odd, but that's kind of the first thing they're saying to me. Are you there for entertainment industry, or why are you in Orlando, Stasel? Do you know why?
I pretty much moved down with a companion.
Yeah. There's a lot of things going on with you and your identity about who you really are, what you really want, and also feeling deserving. And I feel like somehow or other you feel trapped, or, I don't know, limited, or like, right, it's all in, you know, it's like a mental thing. Where I can't say that you really are trapped. You know, we all create our own, shall we say, prisons, if you will. And you are in one. Okay, so I can't just answer you on a surface level. I have to answer you on a deeper level to help you get out of the trap that you feel in, like as if you're incarcerated in this limbo forever and ever and ever of not knowing really what. The answer is to decide. The answer is to decide what kind of job you want, what kind of work you want, and then work your tail off, first on belief systems that you can have it, and then secondly to go after it. Do you know what kind of work you want, or were you more in a passive situation where your partner was supporting you?
It's, you know, it's more like customer service, but I'd rather do something that I went to school for.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's just that I've never done any kind of internship. I did a lot of, you know, just mostly what I had to do with course and stuff. I just never got the experience.
All right.
So that's all I think.
Well, you need a job first, but you need a job right away to pay the bills so you can get to that level. All right. I'm going to go to all right. We're going to go to practical level. And we're going to come back to this bigger level, the big picture. Let's, you know, we're going to be tactical right now, and then we'll go back to strategic. So tactical is today, the here and now. Okay. What can you do immediately to bring in some more money so you can pay your bills and get going? Well, you have to get up and get out. You are not taking action. And after you take action, you will find employment that just pays the bills for now. I think there's something in you that just doesn't want to do that. Maybe you're just despondent right now, maybe sad, or maybe you feel discouraged. But you can get work quickly to pay the bills, and then after that you can work on the more bigger picture of what you really want. And don't look at yourself as always behind the 8 ball. Look at yourself as a work in progress that's on its path to getting what it wants in life. You will get what you want in life. Don't always feel like it's not going to come to you. I just feel like you're not focused. I feel like you get negative before you get started. I feel like your energy is low, and I feel a lot of sadness in you. Maybe it's because of the partnership. You said that broke up. Maybe you're feeling despondent about that. Would that relate to you at all, please?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm also going to do is I'm going to give you a little bit of healing energy, sweetie, so that you can get back to your mojo and your power and your self-esteem. And in life, sometimes we don't have the energy to fight. We just feel defeated before we start. So we need a little helping hand at times. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send a beautiful white light in through the crown. That's the top of your head. And also over your shoulders, as if spirit world is radiating over you. Beautiful, clearing white light to clear and radiate through you and give you that powerful self-esteem that God wants you to have and that you know you have on some level, but to let you feel it, let you get that fire lit under you again, to know that you can get what you want. So I see you now as your self-esteem gets better. Get out, fight for a better little job, something to pay the bills. Don't look down on it, love. Don't look down on that. It's okay for now. And then we're going to get to the next thing, which is more strategic for you. Let me see what it is, please. Healing. Okay. So they're telling me something to do with healing and a healing profession. What is it that you studied in school?
Well, I did criminal justice.
Okay. Criminal justice.
Yeah.
Interesting. And you need, are you trying to be a paralegal? What are you trying to do with that?
Well, that's the problem, because I don't really know.
There you go. You don't know. All right. So we're going to play a little game. Everybody listening. Okay. Everybody listening, you can.
I don't want to be a cop. That's the biggest thing I don't want to do.
You want to be a police officer. Okay. All right. Well, you finally,
No.
you don't want to be a cop. Is that what you just said?
No. Yeah.
All right. You don't want to be a cop. Oh, that's a good exercise. Everybody listening, and for you as well, Stacy, sometimes we don't know what we want. Actually, most of the time we don't. And that's why we're never getting anything, because we haven't decided, we haven't made a choice, and we don't know. We just can't get in touch with that. We don't even realize we're blocking our knowing. So one great technique to use when you're trying to get in touch with what you really want is to write down what you don't want first. You know what you don't want a lot easier at times than what you do want. You just spit it out. You don't want to be a cop. So if you made a list of what you don't want, let's say the first thing on the list is, I don't want to be a cop. On the right side, on the left, you have what you don't want. On the right side, well, what do you want instead of being a cop? What would be an ideal thing? I think now that you spit that out, you might be able to say it better. What do you think you want if you don't want to be a cop?
Nope.
What do you think you want? You don't know?
I can do like, working at a courthouse or paralegal.
All right. I kind of get that you would be enjoying to do something where maybe it's in social service, as you just said, or social service. So you can get jobs like that, but you have to know that you want it, and then you have to go after it. And all I see right now in you is sitting around and sort of listless, or otherwise known as maybe a little bit lacking enthusiasm. Maybe you're a little depressed. Instead of that, now we have to get you out the door, and that's what they're saying. So within the next few weeks, the next 4 weeks, you should be able to get a pay the bills, bread and butter job, and then after that, something better, something more in alignment with what you want. Let me just see if you can get what you want right now. It's going to take a little time to get what you want, but now that you put a name to it, go after it. And I wouldn't say paralegal, because that's going to take additional training. But this social work thing, you could probably get something fairly quickly. All right? And the second part of this is, I want you to know that Orlando is the second best city in the United States for getting a job right now.
Right.
Okay, the first one is Scottsdale, Arizona. The second one, I happened to look it up when I got back from Phoenix, because somebody over dinner said to me, oh, Phoenix area is the #1 for employment in the United States to get a job. And so when I got home, I said, well, let me look this up and see if it's true. And then, you know, I was shocked to find out Florida wasn't that far behind Orlando and also Fort Lauderdale. I get a lot of people calling the show about jobs, so it's good to know that. Okay, Stacey, I'm going to let you go. You have some information there now. I hope that you use it, okay?
All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Tonetta now, who's got a question about, I think I know what your question is, Tonetta.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. It's been so long.
I know, and I know you live in Pennsylvania. I know you've called a lot about this one gentleman that you were interested in. I don't know if that's who you're still calling about or what you're calling about, but go ahead and tell me what it is.
I'm not calling about that gentleman. I broke it off with him. He's no longer in my life for over a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay, so what is the question then, honey?
My question is, my best friend and I, Desiree, had a falling out on July the 5th, and we've been friends for 40 years. I would like to know, when is she going to contact me and reach out? Because there's been no contact coming from her, even though I have tried several different ways to contact her.
Oh, all right. It's Desiree. Hold on.
Yes.
Do you have the first letter of her last name? It just helps with vibration.
It's the letter M.
That's fine. That's all I need, honey. I just want to.
Okay.
I want to connect with her vibrationally, and we'll see what's going on. Well, it feels like she has somebody new in her life, a relationship. Would you understand that, please? Tonetta.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay.
I would not really understand that. No.
Okay. Well, I'm getting a message that since then she's met someone, a relationship, and it's consuming.
Okay.
It's like consuming her time. I think before that she was more interested in perhaps, you know, making up. But right now she's distracted by somebody new in her life. So that's one of the things going on. Let me go forward with that. Desiree, will she ever contact Tonetta? Hold on, honey. Let me just focus, love. Tonetta, just let me focus, honey, for a moment. Her self-esteem is low right now. She doesn't feel good about herself with regard to speaking to you. She is depressed about something, a loss from the past, that she can't seem to get over, and you hurt her very deeply on that issue. She won't be calling you soon, or even in her mind right now, ever again. This is the way she feels right now. There is, I already mentioned this, a relationship that's distracting, but I was trying to get more to her level of thinking and what's going on with her. And I just feel like, not feel, I'm being told she's not thinking of contacting you at this time. But now we're going to project to the future and see if she changes her mind.
Okay.
Okay. Were you thinking of sending her a card in November? Maybe a birthday card or some kind of a hello card, a friendship card?
No, I actually dropped off a beautiful Pandora bracelet with different sentimental charms, and she wasn't home, and I left it at her door on September the 13th.
Oh, okay. Well, I see also something to do with, maybe that's what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing in November that I see you sending her a card. I just want to say that you may or may not want to do it, but I see it happening. I want to move forward. I want to look at the bracelet also, Desiree. She's just really hurt. And also her self-esteem is low about herself. She doesn't feel good about something that she did in the past. It's a loss that she had. She feels shamed by it. And somehow it comes up, I don't know, something came up about that. And it makes her very angry. Just think about it and her. I'm going to move it forward. Hold on. Tonetta. And Desiree. So I see that possibly January, February. So I want you to keep in contact with her over time. And just, you know, do your prayer work, whatever you want to do to keep hoping that she does. But I feel her over time softening a bit. It's really her pain that is the issue here. She needs to get over something from the past that keeps coming up for her, and it makes her very vulnerable, and it makes her have parts of her personality that are antagonistic. Like, you may not have even meant anything on the subject, but she takes it personally. She's got some barbed wires around her heart. So pray for her healing, and I do feel her reaching out for you early part of next year. Okay, Tonetta, I hope that makes sense to you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to 660. Who am I speaking with?
Marissa.
What's your name, honey?
Marissa.
Marissa. Hello, Marissa. Sorry for all the confusion. Hi. I don't know if you were in earlier, but we had a little problem with connections here. Okay, Marissa. Now, are you calling for an other side connection? Or are you calling about your own life, love?
My own life.
Okay, go ahead and ask your question. You're not used to my show, so don't give me background. Just give me the question, love. Go ahead.
I was wondering about my ex-boyfriend, James.
Okay, and are you wondering if he's thinking about you, wants to come back to you, or if he'll ever call again? What is the question?
There's a lot of bad stuff that's been going on, and I just want to know why it's happening.
Okay, he's your ex-boyfriend, right?
Right.
Okay, bad stuff going on. You're going to have to give me more of a question than that, love. I don't want to assume anything.
He's in a relationship with another girl. And last night I was getting these text messages that were really rude. I'm going to say rude because I don't want to say what I actually want to say.
Okay, wait. From her?
Yes, from
okay.
her.
That's all I needed to know. I don't want you to say much more, honey. James.
Okay.
And his name is James?
Yes.
All right, James. And your name is Melissa. Hold on 1 second, please.
Marissa, M-A-R.
Oh, M-A-R, Marissa. Thank you, sweetie.
Yes.
He really wants to hurt you, doesn't he? Hold on. He wants to get back at you for something you did to him. He feels that you betrayed him in some way, and his self-esteem is low. There's something about another man that he feels that you were involved with, and he has a lot of anger or animosity towards you. That's kind of what I'm getting, is like a get back thing at you. Would you understand that, please?
Yeah, I think I get it now.
Yeah. So he's going to do everything that he can to hurt you because he feels he was betrayed by you. He doesn't think much of you anymore, other than he wants to hurt you. In other words, the tender, loving feelings they're hidden. They're still there. I want you to know he still has feelings for you. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing this. You still can trigger him. See, when people do things to us, sometimes they're out of anger and rage, but anger is the flip side of love. They're so interrelated, it's so bizarre, right? So he still has there's a lot of hurt in him of the way you betrayed him, of the way he interpreted your behavior. And right now he's a little bit, he's like a tricky personality. He's a tricky person. I got to see what that is all about. It's not like what he is passive aggressive. Passive aggressive. And he's never direct, and it's difficult to heal things with this personality of his. He could have talked to you about it when it happened, but instead, look what he's done. He goes and flips to a new girl, and then he tries to get back at you backhandedly this way. So that's a very tricky situation. I got to see what we could do about this for you, to protect you, to clear you, so you don't ever have this happen again, because I don't feel that you're a nasty person. I don't feel you did anything really intentionally to hurt him, but I feel that he feels backstabbed and hurt himself. All right, what can we do, Spirit, to help her clear this immediately? I'm asking for a lot, because he needs healing. How do you heal him? How do I heal him, right? He doesn't feel good about himself in general. He feels very, very flunky or not really together. He's a little bit looks like he's an artsy, creative person. but also he's a negative side to him. He tends to be alone a lot, or he's got some kind of weird hang-ups. And he reminds me of the artist type, if you know what I mean. The artist type. Let me see what I could do with him.
I am?
No, he. Look, well, you might be also, but he's like the artist type, but it's he's got a negative personality. What can we do about this, God? Spirit, what can we do with this young man, James, who doesn't feel good about himself to begin with? And he's hurt, he's lashing out at you and try to get back at you. The only thing that can really be done is we can send him some healing light, and I'm also going to send you some healing light. He needs a lot of healing and prayer. If you can pray for him. It looks like he does like animals. It looks like there's a dog around him or something. So he's got a nice side to him. Yeah, he's got a really...
Yeah, that's Kitana.
Yeah. And he's, he's a nice...
I love her.
Yeah. He's a nice guy is another side that's nice, but he's an introverted personality, and his self-esteem is low. He's like, I don't know, just going through a negative time. Okay, so we're going to send him white light, send it all over his body, And the other thing that they want, and through his body, the other thing the Spirit is saying is sending him blue light to calm him down, make him peaceful, because the area that is blocked and broken in him is communicating. That's the area, his trouble in communicating. See, he wasn't able to say what he really felt to you when he knew you were his girlfriend. Instead, he turns around and does a backstabbing to you. So we're going to send him blue light. And now we're going to send him green light. Okay, now what you can do is pray that he heals and pray that he leaves you alone. And that's what it is mostly. I'm also going to send you pink light. You need a lot of healing right now yourself. You're a very smart young lady. You're very enterprising. You have great business acumen. It looks like you work in some kind of an art field, but it's very practical. I see around you. Are you a tattoo artist?
No. I work at a Walgreens.
Oh my God. Do you have a lot of tattoos?
No, I don't. I don't have any.
Oh, okay. Well, you just seem to me like you're very, maybe you will be, honey. Maybe you will be, but you're very, you have a lot of artistic creativity, and maybe you haven't really gotten started on your career yet. But I see you doing something like that in the future if you're at all interested, or something that has to do with art and something that's more in the style and fashion industry. You know, your unused potential at the moment. So believe in yourself, develop yourself, and send that man a lot of prayer. And that's what I would say to you. Okay?
Well, is there any chances of speaking again?
Oh, oh, geez, all these things are coming through my head. This is true. Everybody, you can speak to anyone you ever want again, even if you don't talk to them or text them, through the psychic plane. There's always a way to talk to people. I may go into that in a moment, but let me just answer your question on the surface level. Hold on. He would have to run into you during normal things. You're not still at school, are you?
No.
Okay. Well, I just see that there's a possibility of him running into you somewhere. Maybe it's in the store, or in a store, or somehow something that you're doing anyway. You might run into him, but he's not going to call you. Not at this point. So what you should do is go into a meditation. Do you know how to do a meditation?
Yeah.
All right. And in the meditation, visualize him in front of you. And then this is true for everybody out here listening, if you ever want to talk to somebody again, send from your third eye to that person's third eye with as much emotion as you can gather the message. It needs to be succinct. So, for example, it might be, call me, James, call me, something like that, or text me, James, or contact me, James. And then any emotions that you have around that. And if you still have a spiritual connection, he will get that message. This works best when you still have the connection. Right? You know what I mean? If you try to do it with a stranger, it can work, but it works best with when you have emotional connection. Okay, honey?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go now to Fran, who's been waiting an inordinate amount of time. Hello, Fran. How are you?
Hello, Laura, and thank you also for helping me with the healing. And I had the surgery. Thank you, my dear.
Oh, I don't even remember doing that. Okay. So what is it Spirit, what can Spirit do for you this evening, love?
I kind of like to know, is it possible and when in Atlanta will I meet that special someone to partner with?
Oh, okay. And you're up in Atlanta now, right? Fran?
Right now,
are you in
someone in my life.
Fran, can you hear me?
But my children and grandchildren are in my life. I'm happy about that.
Okay, hold on for a second. Fran, can you hear me? Fran, can you hear me?
Laura, you there?
She can't hear me.
Oh.
Unmuted.
Fran, can you hear me? Fran.
Now we can hear you. Were you able to hear me?
Yeah, I know what I did. You couldn't hear me for a while because of something that happened on my end. Excuse me for that. Are you in Atlanta?
No problem.
Are you in Atlanta now, honey?
I'm in Atlanta.
All right.
In Atlanta.
Okay, hold on for a second. Let's look at the social scene for Fran in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, you are going out more. It's a happier place for you. You are getting out. You are meeting new people.
I like the place, yes.
All right. It's a better energy for you. It's exciting. It's, they said traumatic at times. Traumatic at times. But you are getting out more. That's the main thing. Let me just see something here. You're asking people for help in your personal life. There's a lot of people like friends, or I don't know, they said, Spirit says you're asking for help in your personal life from people you know, and you know, that kind of thing. You're getting out, you're talking, you're asking. I'm looking around.
Yeah.
I'm looking around.
Well, thank God I'm moving around. Thank God I can drive short distance.
Okay, hold on.
A little while, but getting there.
Hold on, sweetie. Okay, I see something for you. It's funny how they're showing me this. I see you going from where you live in the direction of northeast. So if you're in the southwest part of town, you'd be going northeast, but mostly east with a little bit of north. And there's a place there, it's like a pub or a cocktail party or something where you will be meeting someone soon. So keep up the good work of what you're doing, going out, trying to meet people. And I do feel that there's a gentleman there that you will be meeting and that you would like very much. Is common interest with you. One of which is he's more intellectual, which is what you like. He's a brain. He also likes the arts, which you like. And there's other things you like, even not only visual arts, but opera or that kind of a thing, voice, music, that kind of a thing. He likes all these kind of cultural things. And so you'll be doing a lot of those things with him. So keep up the good work, Fran.
Okay, I live in the Northeast. It's funny you mentioned that.
Well, then you're going to be moving farther to meet him. You may be moving, you may have to travel a little bit more northeast of where you are. You see what I'm saying? It's relative to where you are.
Okay, and it's a club or what's the other thing that I'm going to meet him? Public place, I assume, club or...
It looks like a cocktail party of some sort. It's
I like cocktail parties.
Yeah, like a meet and greet or something like that. It was a little bit of a cocktail party, that kind of atmosphere there. Okay, so keep doing what you're doing. I do see somebody coming in. It will be before the new year, before January. You will be meeting him before January. Okay?
Great.
Yeah.
Before January 1st. Yay.
All right, get out there, honey, and keep up the good work of going around and looking for people. Okay, sweetheart?
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Bye-bye. Okay. Duh. Sometimes I feel like a dodo. Okay, I'm going to go to 720, who's been waiting an inordinate amount of time. Hello, hello. This is Laura. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, my name is Laura.
Oh, hi, Laura. Laura. Are you the Laura that I speak with from time to time, or a different Laura? There's a few Lauras actually who call the show. You don't live in New.
I called before, but not for some time.
Okay. Are you the one that lives in New Jersey?
No.
Okay, good. All right. So go ahead, honey. Give me your question, love.
Yes, hi. I'm just wondering about career and if I'm on the right path.
Okay, let's see what's got going on for you. Laura, 720, right path, yes or no? Yeah, somewhat, not completely. You need to refine a little bit more of what you're looking for. It feels a little too general, and that's why you feel you're not. So don't throw out the baby with the bathwater is what they're saying. It's like you're close, but not exactly. They're going to help you refine that right now. Go ahead. What were we going to say, sweetheart?
I'm looking, literally I've tried to find a school. I had to quit school in the middle of what I'm doing. I'm trying to find this one school and I can't find it to finish my schooling. And I thought about doing a little bit of a different refined in it. Like I was going to do medical assistant and then I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll do ultrasound instead.
Yeah, perfect. I was going to say, are you a nurse or something? You're in the healing profession, the medical profession. So let's look at those. You're thinking of certified nursing assistant, you said? Oh, no, medical assistant, or what was the other one? Ultrasound? Okay, medical assistant or ultrasound, which is the right thing? You like medical assistant a little bit better. The reason that you're thinking of that is because it gives you ability to specialize in a particular way, whereas ultrasound already has you specialized before you've had a chance to really feel your way around. So I'm getting medical assistants more universal, and there's more application for that kind of a degree or that kind of a background. I feel that you ultimately will be working in an area that has to do with cosmetic reconstruction, and that you'll be entering that field. And that is something that you like. This is kind of what I'm getting for you, sweetheart, something that you like, because you are very involved with aesthetics in your existing profession or just the way you look at life. You have that kind of feel to you, okay? So that's what I'm getting for you, honey. Something where you can go a little bit more general than ultrasound, and that you can reapply yourself.
I can't find the school. Where's the school? That's my problem right now. Where is the school? I'm in California. I've been looking south and north. I can't find the school. That's what my problem is.
Okay, before I continue, do you read what I'm saying about aesthetic work?
Yes,
plastics?
absolutely.
So you
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to find a medical assistant school that will have the specialization, and that's what you're having trouble with. Okay.
No, I can't find the medical assistant school. I can't find it near me. I can't find it.
Oh.
And the ones I look into are scam.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's true. It could be a scam because it's a in-demand thing. Okay, so you're in Southern California, honey?
Yeah, I'm in Temecula. So do I go north or south to find the school, or east or west?
Okay, hold on.
All over.
Hold on. I don't know California, so bear with me while I get the physical area. I'm seeing that you're sort of south, but inland, not at the ocean.
Yes, I'm right next to San Diego, about 30 minutes north.
But inland, not at the ocean.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm seeing.
Inland.
All right, good. Now, let's see what we could get. This is how they're working. Spirit is working with me this way right now.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So they're showing me a physical generality there. Hold on. I'm trying to find the right medical assistant school. Okay, so I see something, again, a little bit northeast of you, and it feels like an existing college, but it has a medical assistant kind of program there. But it might be like I'm getting Kaiser University. They have them down here in Florida where I am. I don't know if they have them there, but it would be some.
Oh.
You ever hear Kaiser? K-E-I-S-E-R?
No, yeah, but I haven't heard of the university, so I'll check into that.
I don't know if it exists where you are, see, but I'm seeing, so whatever it is, it would be similar to Kaiser, Keiser, and that it's for people who are adults who want to go back to school kind of a thing is more what a Kaiser University is. It specializes in that kind of a target audience. But I'm just saying more northeast of you, not real far, and it would be, it's within a college.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Can you hear me still? Can you hear me still? Oh, geez. 720-315-2352. Right.
Hello?
Yeah, hi there, Laura. It's me again.
Thank you, Laura. Yeah, I could hear your voice. Thank you so much.
It's just so bizarre.
I thought, oh gosh.
And we're not on the radio show anymore, I don't think. I think it just...
Like, damn it.
I know, right? Okay, so what I am recording this, by the way, on a YouTube video, so just so you know, you are still being recorded. No, that's fine. I didn't even think of that. Okay, so I'm seeing northeast of you, and the school, the medical assistantship, is not a medical assistant school. It's within a university or an educational institution that has those kind of programs in it. So don't look so much for that. Look for anything that has to do with a college for adults, not for kids. And, you know, like a professional college, people who are already working, want to continue, right? Or looking to get a new career, and look for it in that, you know, hidden in there. So you will find it that way is what I'm getting. Okay?
Okay. Do you have a time frame for me? And then I'll shut up, I promise.
Spirit is saying, anytime you want to get started, they're ready for you. It's not really it's not like it's coming in on a time frame. It's coming in on your time frame as you move forward, and you are moving forward. You're taking good care of yourself lately. You're very smart. You're going to get started in this career. Don't you worry about a thing, honey. Just take the steps, and you will be moving forward. Okay, love?
Okay.
All right.
Gosh, thank you so much. It really helps me. You have no idea. I really appreciate it.
All right, love. Take care, sweetie. Bye-bye.
Thank you. God bless.
Thanks. Bye-bye, honey. Okay. Bye, everybody. I'm going to stop this broadcast.